Hello students, so we shall continue with the same chapter, intelligence, and in the last class we saw about the special abilities, that is gifted, then special aptitude and creativity. So today we shall be dealing with the new topic, that is mental retardation. Okay, so mental retardation is a very important topic, and the classifications of mental retardation is very important for the exams in the point of view of exams. So yeah, we shall start with the topic. Okay, so I have drawn a rough picture of a bell shaped curve here. Okay, so NPC, normal probability curve, or the bell shaped curve. I have already taught you about the bell shaped curve and NPC. So this image you can see here, and the people who have IQ level of 140 and above are considered as intellectually gifted. Okay, and people who have IQ level between 80 to 120 are considered as average, or considered as people having average level of intelligence, and people who have IQ level below 70 is considered as mentally retarded. Okay, so yeah, we shall go through about it. If a person has IQ below 70 and then we call her or him mentally retarded or mentally challenged. So the new phrase for mentally retarded is mentally challenged. Okay, so we have to call them as mentally challenged. So American Association of Mental Retardation defines it as significantly sub-average general intellectual functioning existing concurrently with deficits in adaptive behavior which are manifested during the development period. Okay, so the definition, what does the definition tells to us? So there are 2 points which defines definition. It requires that any person to be diagnosed as mentally retarded shows serious deficits in both the intellectual and adaptive functioning. So to call anyone as mentally retarded, they have to be diagnosed. They have to be given intelligent tests, and they have to be diagnosed, and their their IQ, the intellectual quotient, should be lesser than 70, and they cannot, their IQ level will be low, and their adaptive functioning, the way they adapt to the environment will be limited, or they cannot cope up or adapt to the environment. Okay, so the second point, it emphasizes on developmental period. A child's progress is judged to be normal or delayed in comprehension with norms of his or her specific age group. Okay, so here it also discusses about the development period. So for example, now the child will be 9 years or 10 years old, and if he has not developed the intellectual and adaptive behavior to his age, okay, then he can be called as mentally challenged. Okay, so then what causes mental retardation? The cause of mental retardation is unclear, but many studies shows that it can be due to genetic factors such as hormonal imbalances, complications during pregnancy, head injury, lack of oxygen during birth, and so on. Okay, so these are some of the reasons which cause mental retardation in children. Okay, so yeah, and then we will go to the classification of mental retardation. Previously, mentally retarded individuals were classified as idiots, imbeciles, and morons, but these terminologies are no more in usage, as the term mentally retarded has been substituted with the term mentally challenged. So in the past days, we used to call them as morons, idiots, mads. Okay, so yes, now the mentally retarded, this word we have to not use. Okay, we have to call them as mentally challenged, because they challenge their disabilities. Okay, they challenge their disabilities, and they work hard to cope up with the daily activities. Okay, so American Psychological Association, that is APA, American Psychological Association, APA, has classified mental retardation according to the IQ level. The classification is as follows. So this is very important. These five classification of mental retardation is very important, so please concentrate, and you have to go through twice or thrice and to be perfect. Okay, so yeah, we shall see. There are five classification of mental retardation, that is borderline mental retardation, mild mental retardation, moderate mental retardation, severe mental retardation, profound mental retardation. So okay, so these are the five things. Okay, five basic classifications of mental retardation. So the first one is borderline mental retardation. Okay, IQ range of borderline individuals is approximately 70 to 80. Okay, they have limited learning ability. They have overall intellectual, social, and emotional intelligence lesser than normal individuals. Their mental development can reach up to 11 to 12 years. Given proper training, these people can lead life independently. Okay, so borderline mental retardation. So in the first line, I have kept in a bracket. So 70 to 80. Those people who have IQ of 70 to 80 in between. Okay, so these people are called as borderline mental retardation, and they have limited learning ability. So they can learn, but it is limited. Okay, and they have overall intellectual, social, emotional intelligence lesser than normal people. Okay, it is not that they don't have, they have all the abilities, learning abilities, emotional control, social activities. Okay, and intellectual ability, they have all the thing, but it is less compared to normal people. Okay, and they can reach only to the level of 11 to 12 years of intelligence. Okay, and if you give a proper training for these people, it is sure that they can be independent. Okay, so so that was about the borderline mental retardation. So you have to write at least 2 to 3 points. Okay, so I have marked, so that much if you write, that will be more than enough. That is, first point is IQ range of borderline individuals is approximately 70 to 80. So you have to write what is the range of each classification. Okay, then you can write they have limited learning ability. That is second point. They have overall intellectual, social, and emotional intelligence lesser than normal individuals. Okay, third point. So if you can also add that in the last point, given proper training, these people can lead life independently. Okay, so if you give them proper training, they can be independent. The second classification is mild mental retardation. IQ range of these people is between 55 to 69. Most of the mentally retarded people fall into this category. People with mild retardation have problem in language, fine motor skills, and social skills develop slowly. By adolescence, these people can function independently in most areas of life. They usually learn to read and do simple arithmetic problem. They also called as educable, as they can be educated to the level of 8 to 9 years of mental age. They are often given occasional training, and they can manage relatively well under supervision. Okay, so this is the second second classification. So even in this, the first point is compulsory, that is, the IQ range of these people is between 55 to 69, and many people, most of the people fall into this category. Okay, and these people, mild mental retardation people, have problem in language, fine motor skills, and social skill. Okay, but they slowly develop. Okay, under supervision or under training, they slowly develop and they can perform all these tasks independently when they reach adulthood. Okay, so these people are called as educable. I have underlined last third line, okay, of the, so educable. Yeah, this is about the second classification. So you can write 2-3 points. Okay, and the third one is moderate mental retardation. People with moderate mental retardation have IQ range from 40 to 54. These people are called trainable. They can be trained in shelter workshops, can take care of themselves, but they are not fully independent. They can do simple tasks, can acquire minimal language, and recognize shapes of objects. They have poor motor coordination and need constant supervision. Okay, so yeah, these people, the moderate mental retarded people, have IQ range between 40 to 54, and these people are called as trainable because they can be trained in different fields like workshop, or they can take care of themselves. Okay, but not, they cannot be fully independent. They need someone to take care, but they also can take care of themselves, but under supervision. There should be someone to look after them. Okay, so okay, that's enough. 2-3 points. And severe mental retardation, IQ range of severely mental retarded people is 20 to 39. These individuals have limited language and motor skills. They have difficulty in expressing or communicating. They acquire limited vocabulary. They develop monosyllabic speech, for example water, hungry, sleepy, and so on. They do not have immunity to diseases. They have to be constantly supervised while performing simple tasks, as they are vulnerable to accidents. So severe mental retardation is their IQ range is 20 to 39, and they have limited language and motor skills because they are severely mental retarded people. They have limited language and motor skills, and they have problem in communicating things. Okay, the basic thing like water, food, sleepy, they can only ask for this. Okay, they can ask for only basic things which is needed the most. Okay, so yeah, and these people need someone to take care of them. Okay, these people compulsorily need a supervisor to take care of themselves because they are dependent, because they are not independent and they cannot perform things individually. They need someone to take care of them. Okay, so this is the last bit. Profound mental retardation. People with profound mental retardation have IQ below 25. These individuals cannot take care of themselves as they cannot learn to communicate. They remain institutionalized for behavioral deficits and due to multiple physical handicaps. They are prone to diseases as their immunity is very low, and they grow in the shelter of others' supervision and care. They live up to maximum of 8 to 9 years of age. Okay, so profound mental retardation is the peak level of mental retardation. Okay, so it is where the condition where they are not able to perform anything without supervision. Okay, so yes, their IQ range is below 75, I mean below 25, and they cannot perform, or they cannot take care of themselves. They cannot communicate, they cannot learn. Okay, they are prone to diseases. Okay, they are prone to diseases because their immunity level is very low. Okay, their immunity level is very low, and they grow under supervision and care. They live up to maximum of 8 to 9 years of age. Mental retardation is genetic, it has no treatment, it is irreversible. People have to be sympathetic to these individuals with mental retardation. Love, care, sympathy, empathy, and training are required to lead independent life in society. So, these people, mentally retarded people, need someone to take care of themselves. We have to be friendly, we have to take care of them, we have to feel sympathetic and empathetic towards them. Okay, so we shall stop here.